Right, Jarrad, you've been here for a week or so now, and how you settled into the colder part of Australia?
It's been good actually. The sun's come out a few times, so it hasn't been as cold as expected. Today was a little bit chilly, but other than that, we're all settling in well, and the club's been very accommodating with everything they've been giving us and helping us out. So I'm very excited to be down here.
And what anticipated you to come down here to Hobart?
Just speaking with Stewie a lot. He rang me a few times during the NBL season trying to get me to come down here. So he laid out the plan for Tasmanian basketball, and especially with the Chargers, and yeah, excited to be part of it.
And how have you found your new teammates and trying to get used to the system that Stewie's going to run this season? How are you coping with that so far?
Yeah, really well. So we've only had a few training sessions with the complete team, but I think we're going to be a very exciting team, and we're going to look to push the ball and play some scrappy defence. So hopefully we can get some numbers on the board and keep the crowds coming out down here.
And going into Friday night, you're up against Sandpit, always a tough opponent in the league. What do you expect from your own personal experience against them?
Expect a tough game. It's always the first one of the year, so everyone's going to be up and hyped and ready to go. So, I think the first quarter, maybe even the first half, is going to be, a little up and down. A few missed shots, turnovers, things like that. But I think the team that can get it all together and put the pieces in place is going to take it out. And
you played in the Waratah, I believe, for Norths under Sydney assistant Ben Knight.
Yep.
How is that league? Obviously, it's a tough question to answer, but how's that league compared to, say, the SEABL?
It's tough, because a lot of sort of ex-NBL players that have grown up in those Sydney clubs have gone over to play SEABL or in the NZNBL, and I think now they're sort of coming back into the league. So this year I think it's going to be pretty tough up there. But yeah, I think SEABL, renowned around Australia as being, the Premier League under the NBL. So very excited to be down here and a part of it.
And let's go into obviously the NBL stuff with Illawarra. And obviously you filled in at the start of the season for Reece Martin, who had a long-term injury. And pretty much each week you were kind of playing for a contract spot, really. How tough was that for you and to go through all that?
It was tough, but honestly the best thing was I was playing in the NBL. So, you try and focus on the good things, not the bad things. And I was able to take it one game at a time, which was lucky for that first period. And then Bevo had the confidence in me, and as did the coaching staff. So they kept me on full time, which I'm very proud of, and it was a great year, and I was really proud to be part of that club. Was
it just going into each game playing with nothing to lose, knowing that at some stage you may be cut from the team or put later towards the bench?
Yeah, I think that actually made it easier in a way, because you can only go out there and do what you do, and then everything else is out of your hands. So you control what you can, and you just go in focusing on each game individually.
And of course you were able to stay on, as you've said, and build up some cult following with the number 97. What was the reason behind that? I believe my reason to believe it was the blood kit top for the team, and you just kind of stuck with that number all season, and then we came with Agent 97. Where did all that come from?
It was the blood jersey. So I only signed 2 days before the first game over in Cairns. That was the one I got given, to a bit of a shock when I opened it up out of the packet. So then went down to Melbourne, and Tom Hers, a journalist down there, came up with Agent 97, and it sort of just stuck with there. So it all sort of a fairy tale since then, with the following and things like that. So I've always tried to bring an exciting, game of basketball, use my speed and athleticism out there. So it just sort of caught on in the end.
And we've definitely seen that excitement throughout the NBL this year. How have you found the new revamped NBL?
It's been unbelievable. Everyone that's come on board, Fox Sports to Larry to, just everyone involved in every club. It's just the skill level this year has been unbelievable. And I think the crowds have seen that, and that's why they're coming out in the numbers that they are. So if this trend sort of continues, I think it's going to be a really, really good, next 5 years in the NBL at least.
And I've got to take you back to a dunk that you did on the fly at home at the snakepit, which was a nice reverse jam, and we had Andrew Gaze in the commentary booth absolutely go bananas for once, which is a first. What was going through your mind at that point in time, and were you just thinking, I just got to put the ball in the hole, or just thinking to do something spectacular?
Yeah, well, it helped at the time because we're up about 30 points by then, so that made it a little bit easier. But yeah, I always joking around with the boys that you know, I got to give them something new every time I dunk. So, you know, I ran at the rim as fast as I could and just hope for the best while I was up there.
And is there any possible chance that maybe a jersey 97 here at Hobart may eventuate? Or
unfortunately not. We've been told by various people that that's not allowed in the SEABL. So the club tried very hard. We didn't think it'd be that much of an issue, but apparently the SEABL have their number rules. So yeah, unfortunately, no 97 for Tasmania, but I'll be wearing the number 20. So.
Okay, so
hopefully it's just as good.
Just as good, and we might try to come up with something for 20.
Yeah, I'm open for nicknames, so
all right,
whatever you guys got.
We'll definitely put that out to the fans on our social media. Coming back to, I should ask about the NBL final series. Obviously a tough 3-game series against Perth. Absolutely probably one of the best series I've seen in quite some time, with Kevin Lish going down in game 1, and then you guys bounced back in game 2, which was absolutely unbelievable. But then to go down in game 3, but still not to, you know, you went down swinging. How big of a series was that, and how close did you think you guys were potentially making it through to the grand final?
Yeah, well, we had a lot of confidence going into that series. A lot of people wrote us off, which is you know, a pretty good place to be in the grand final series, in the semi-final series, I think, going in as the underdogs. So. Looking back now, it would have been great if we won game 1 over there. That's probably the easiest way to beat Perth, is to get that first one away and then come win it at home, because game 3 over there in front of 13,000 people is always going to be very tough. So, you know, we still look at it as disappointing that we didn't win the whole thing, but a great accomplishment for the club from where they came from last year. And yeah, all the guys are very proud to be part of that team.
And how big were you guys on buying into Bebo's system? I know Bebo's big on, if you can buy into the system, then you're going to have a great time playing it. How big was that for you guys as a club?
I think it was unbelievable. All the guys bought in straight away, which is a testament to a lot of the guys. As was a sort of a running joke, we had a lot of the rejects from other clubs come into Wollongong, and you know, we were able to take Illawarra to the 3rd spot on the table. So everyone bought in straight away. Everyone trusted each other and the coaching staff, which I think was a major
focus for us.
Let's come back to Hobart now, and obviously must be looking forward to Friday night, as you've said earlier. Are you wanting a packed house here? Would you like to see it kind of a bit of a rowdy crowd here on Friday night?
Yeah, definitely. The rowdier the better, I say. You know, it's always great to play in front of your home fans first game, and if we can get this place pumping, I think it's going to be really good for us. You know, we feed off the crowd when you play. You know, it's always hard to play in front of no one, and I've heard good things from the Tasmanian crowd down here with the Chargers. I've heard they have the best support in the SEABL, so I'm excited to see, you know, all the faces down here cheering us on.
Could it rival the crowds that you get at Illawarra, because they can make some noise and be very
They sure can. But I've heard the passion down here in Tassie's unbelievable, especially for the Chargers. So, like I said, just very excited to come Friday night and hopefully go 1-0 to start the season.
All right, thanks, Jarrad.
Awesome, mate.